Hey everyone, how you doing? Welcome back to Keeping Up with the Chaldeans. We're on site today. We've now came to visit the United Community Family Services, which is run by the Chaldean American Ladies of Charity. These women put together a lot of stuff that helps out the community, anything from the members of our community that are here that struggle, or to the ones that have migrated here from the Middle East to this country to make a better living for their life. So why don't you come on in and check us out. My co-host Anthony and I are going to take you through a tour, and we're going to go check out Lisa Denhan, a few of the other ladies that are running the show. Come on in, let's go.
Come on, let's go check it out.
Welcome to CALC. Come on in. So you have...
Why don't you
Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Of course I want to introduce myself, right. My name is Kelly Shear, and I am the president and CEO of Chaldean American Ladies of Charity.
And I'm Lisa Denham, the event coordinator at Chaldean American Ladies of Charity.
So welcome. You're here in our Troy offices. These are our headquarters. We have all kinds of offices here for client services. We have case management. We also have our share house in the back where we have food pantry and a basic needs center that we give to clients on an as-needed basis. So we're glad you're here.
All right.
Thank you for
Get on them.
This way? Sure.
Thank you guys.
Sure. So you're here at our headquarters. This is our client services area. Each of our case managers has offices. They see hundreds of clients throughout the year. And because of the wonderful, generous donations of our communities,
If you flash on the doors there.
each of many of our offices are sponsored by a generous donor, and so we've been very, very fortunate that our community has come and donated several thousands of dollars actually to put our office up and have our case managers be able to serve clients inside these offices. On the other side of the hallway is our boardroom, our classroom, our large meeting rooms. We have all kinds of things that happen here, including English as a second language classes. We have immigration support. We have citizenship. There's a tutoring program here. Project Achievement is a program for our young students, kindergartens through about maybe ninth grade. We have dozens and dozens of children who come in here. They do all kinds of fun activities, including STEM, homework help, and tutoring. There's a book club, and there's all kinds of active centers for our young children.
We also have
as well.
Saturday Dreams. It's a teen mentoring program.
That's right.
And I think we run it, is it once or twice a month?
Once or twice a yeah, I think it's once or twice a month here,
Yes.
yeah.
And it's a way to get the young teens out into the community. That's
right.
Yeah.
And are there volunteers for that program?
Everything we do is through volunteers'
Okay.
support.
That's
We
great.
couldn't do it without volunteers, absolutely. They come here and engage with our kids and our clients and help us. What you're gonna see at the Share House today is supported by generous volunteers as well. So this space right here actually also is a makeshift classroom. We do lots of meet and greets back here. We actually do cooking classes here with some of our partners.
That's cool.
Quite an active group of folks. So we have all kinds of different people who come here and gather classes, counseling, case management, cooking. It all happens right here. We use every nook and cranny of our space.
If people were to see the old look to this place,
Yes.
I had the fortune of to have them do that. I believe it was 2015, 14, 15. There's a complete different. It's a 180 you guys have done. So you've
I think
outgrown.
the entire building was a warehouse.
Yes, it
actually.
was.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
It was actually a granite shop. And
Yes.
so
Yeah.
what happened, there was just a cement floor
Yep.
and a ceiling. And so they put all of this in. We've also revamped our warehouse. We're now calling it the Share House
Okay.
on
I like
purpose. Yeah, so that the intent is that we are sharing what the community gives to us with those in need. And of course, our goal is to graduate all of our clients through our program. And what we want them to do is feel the love and the gratitude and then share back. And that's what we're finding too. And actually, many of our volunteers for Food Pantry Day and Basic Needs are graduates of our program. They want to give back. They just want to
nice.
do something small for whatever it was that we could do for them. They're super grateful. So
Sure.
it's a wonderful feeling, right?
And you've taken over this role. How what is the time frame that you've now taken on this position to be here?
Right. So I started earlier this year. I've been here less than a year, and we've taken on lots of important challenges. The team here is second to none. We have outstanding case managers, social workers, all kinds. We have attorneys. We have all kinds of people who come and share their talents. Absolutely. Volunteer and paid staff, of course, who come and support clients through different kinds of programs all through the year. It's important that we are making our community feel a part of the community. Our goal is to give a hand up, not a hand out. That's not what this place is about. It's about a hand up. And so what we constantly are doing is empowerment. CALC, actually, Chaldean American Ladies of Charity, was founded almost 60 years ago by women, supported by women, and certainly as I stand here surrounded by lovely men, everyone needs to be a part of it. But our heart and soul is about creating home, health, happiness, and wellness for the women so they can support the rest of the family as well. And so those are our goals. We're turning a different page, 60 years. Our next 60 years will be focused on doing things like empowerment, job placement, resume building, mock interviews. You'll find some of that in our share house as well. We dress women for interviews, we get them with a killer resume, and we send them out confident so that they can get a job and support their families.
So you talked about the, I'm sorry, Junior.
No, you're good, brother.
You talked about the founders being 60 or almost 60 years ago.
That's right.
Who are some of the, what's some of the executive team made up of today?
Sure. Well, we are very fortunate to have an executive board who has the fiduciary responsibility for this organization. And then, of course, we have a fantastic group of staff who are paid to show up every day and do the good work that they do. So we have the best of all worlds. So our executive management and our advisory board is made up of women inside and outside of the community who are pillars. They are realtors, they are attorneys, they're businesswomen, they're entrepreneurs, they're women in large Fortune 50 companies whose mothers, aunts, and sisters were there at the founding. So it's one of those scenarios where absolutely it's a tradition, it's an obligation.
How big is that executive group?
There are 13 members of the executive membership group, the executive committee. There's probably another 24, maybe 30 women who make up our advisory board. And so we're very fortunate to have their support and their guidance. We have another, absolutely, God bless them. They are a wonderful group of women. We have an equally wonderful group of women here who are on staff, and they're the ones doing the day-to-day work with clients. So that, again, they are case managers, social workers, all kinds of different people who come to surround our group. There are 10 of us here strong every day that are on full-time. Several others work part-time. We have tutors and attorneys and all kinds of different people who come together to make our group solid to support clients. And then, of course, our cadre of volunteers. Just an absolutely fantastic group of people.
My question is to you, you know, unless you're speaking Suda today, right? Or you're learning to,
I am.
right?
I'm trying.
She's learned a few words. You'd be shocked.
I want to know the hurdle you had coming in, because, you know, obviously it's mostly Chaldean women, the Arabic women that are running here. And being that you are outside our race, which definitely we embrace that, but you know there's hurdles. You have to learn our culture. You had to learn the circumstances of our plight from Iraq to here.
Absolutely.
You know, so how did you overcome all that to get to this point where now you're starting to do this, because they've embraced you. You've been here for almost a year or so. Let's take it from there. What was day one like for you coming in?
Well, for me, day one was all about learning what the clients experience and how they're embraced by our staff. But I will tell you, I have worked, my entire career has been spent supporting vulnerable populations. Be they children, people with cancer, the elderly, et cetera, et cetera. And so to come here, to be honest, I don't think I've ever felt more welcome. And I am clearly the outsider, right? And so I have spent my days, and Lisa can tell you, staff can tell you, I spent my days learning important words so I can help people, right? Learning terms of endearment so I can welcome them. And they have been welcoming to me. I do think that the plight and the situation that we are in now is very different than it was 20 years ago. And I do think that our organization, at least I'd like to think, and what they've told me, this board that we talked about is, we are here to shift our gears because the community is experiencing different things than they did even 5 years ago, right? So there are several forces at play, some political, some economic, many of them socioeconomic, right? You mentioned race, and there's poverty. There's so many things that we need to set our sights on to
Yep.
just absolutely obliterate. And that's our goal, day after day, time after time, is to just remove the barriers
Yep.
for this community and others, frankly,
Sure.
to see their way to success. The one thing I will say is that we were created as Chaldean American Ladies of Charity. I am not Chaldean, as you mentioned. However, our goal really is to support and lift up all people who are facing poverty and facing,
Good.
the kinds of things and the plights
Yep.
that the Chaldeans faced, and they currently face. But I will tell you, our community here, Chaldean American Ladies of Charity, supports and surrounds all ethnicities,
Yes.
all races in a day, and you'll see this today. You'll see all kinds of people come. We've had people from Turkey, people from Poland,
Yep.
people from Ecuador, people from Albania.
What
all
is
kinds
today?
of things.
What is so we can let them know what today is, so the viewers know.
Yes, so today is our annual turkey drive. And so because we're coming on Thanksgiving and the holiday,
Yep.
we have all of our families. We have one event this day today
Sure.
where every one of our clients who is enrolled in our program will receive a bountiful harvest to be able to cook for their family, not just for Thanksgiving, but
Yep.
of course the best part of Thanksgiving is leftovers, right?
Sure.
So a big, large meal for them and their family. They'll get that today. Typically what happens is we have food pantry twice a month.
Yep.
And so we're able to serve our families in that capacity. Today, everybody's coming. It'll be a party. And
Roughly
everybody
around
will.
how many people you're going to
We're
be
expecting
expecting?
190 families to serve today.
Families, so that means there could be
Yes.
2, 3 to that family. So you're serving about
Absolutely.
400 or 500 people realistically.
exactly right.
As a
Amazing.
nutshell, yeah.
Absolutely. And so we do have average family size. Some of them are 3 and 4. Some
Yeah.
of them are 9 and 10.
9 and 10,
Sure.
yes.
We have a lot of extended families
Sure.
too. So that's
Yeah.
an important piece.
Yeah,
And
that's
you did
huge.
mention,
Excuse me.
it's okay. You did mention something about a Tuesday coming up.
Right, absolutely.
Can we talk about that?
Tuesday after Thanksgiving is Giving Tuesday. So if you're on social media, hashtag Giving Tuesday, we're all about it. That is where we want folks to come and recognize Chaldean American Ladies of Charity as their favorite charity and a place where they can give their resources.
How do they do that?
They do that easily. They can hop on Facebook, they can hop on Instagram. Our website, calconline.org.
Sure.
All the time, we're taking donations. It's really easy. Go
Call
to
to action is what?
calconline.org,
Calc-
one-click donation.
Okay.
And recognize that more than 75%, about 90% of your money, 90
Yep.
cents, goes to support clients directly.
It's amazing.
And is it just where can it be of value, like of items as well that can be donated during those times, or
Yes.
is it just strictly that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we can do lots of different things with
Yep.
cash,
Yep.
and so it's easier for us to support people with
Gotcha.
cash. However, we do have an Amazon wish list. You can get that through calconline.org.
Wow, okay.
So you can help fill our shelves
Yep.
with the Share House. If you want to share your holiday season with people here, you can go to calconline.org, shop Amazon, give us a donation. We'd be happy to receive it. It's very, very easy. And of course, anyone can come to our Troy offices here. We're located on Austin Road, easy to find. You can come drop off your donations as well. We'd be
Yeah.
happy to receive them.
And it makes sense after what you explained to me, when you can't do things in a large facility like this to house chemicals, so
Right.
simple things that we would not take in consideration. Your
Yeah.
cleaning supplies, your day-to-day to
right.
keep the house
Right.
tidy.
Yeah.
You can't house it, but
Right.
your resolution, which you guys have, is awesome. By the funds that we donate, you're
Yes.
taking that and gifting
right.
it to the people in a gift card for them to go
Right.
Target, Meijer,
right.
Kroger, wherever they need to go.
Absolutely.
So it's a
Yeah.
nonstop help. So
Right.
it seems like you have
Gift-
every aspect.
Yeah, gift cards are great. So if you give us cash
Yep.
or gift cards, what we're able to do is convert them into gas cards so people can travel maybe to the other
Sure.
side of the state or to someplace else to see their family over
Yep.
the holiday. It's easy for us to do that. Or maybe there's something special on their list,
Mm-hmm.
right, that they want to go get that we don't have here. Gift cards are an easy way for us to do that. So if you go to calconline.org and give us that donation,
Yep.
we're able to turn that around for each of our families.
You guys were doing for a while. Was it this group that was adopting a family for the holiday
Yes,
season?
that's
Is
the
that still
Christmas
going
family
on?
program.
Okay,
Yes.
just to throw it in there.
Yes.
We'll touch on that slightly before we go back to the turkey situation. You guys allow the community or anybody even outside the community to be able to adopt a family
Mm-hmm.
so that you guys can have them get gifts for Christmas.
Yes.
And either we can go see them, because I've done it myself and I couldn't remember but I did it. We did it where we went to go see the family. So you can do either or. Either you can go work with them through email, back and forth, or you can make a request that you'd like to hand deliver as the person
You
donating.
could before we would have, some of the clients
Yep.
would get their gifts from the actual donor. They would
Yep.
hand deliver it to their house.
Yep.
But this year's going to be a little different.
Okay.
I really don't know the final details. Kelly
Sure.
does, but I believe we're going to hold it here at the office.
Okay, cool. And they can reach
So-
out to you guys for that.
Yeah,
right?
and so if donors want to help support a family for
Yeah.
Christmas,
Yep.
what happens is generous donors come and we give them a list. They'll have 5 family members, 6,
Yep.
even 10 family members.
Sure. Yes.
They go and they buy and they shop for that list. Then what happens is they bring all of the gifts here. We bring the families here to
Wow,
our
okay,
share
that's
house.
even nicer.
So you can
Okay.
come here versus
Yeah, I like
going
that.
over
Yeah,
to their
I like
home.
that, 'cause I'll
And
tell
it's
you-
a party, right?
listen.
Cocoa and cookies, and we have a party for the
I'll
kids.
tell you guys what, speaking firsthand, and I commend you because it's hell to see this. Listen, people don't get it just because you're doing it every day of your life. It's simple. We're doing this every day of life. But when you get to go take a gift to this family and you're looking at who's in front of you, and the little kid is at 6 years old sitting at the stairs because they're nervous to come down, and
Yes.
and you're talking to them and you're thinking, damn, all I did was just spend $150, but that's nothing. These people need continuous.
Change their lives.
Yeah, you
And
take-
that's the thing that we were talking about. A lot of people are very generous during the holidays,
Yeah.
which is great.
But
And
it's needed all
we
year.
thank everybody that helps us, but people need it all
All
year
year.
round.
Yeah.
People need it all year round.
You gotta
That's
eat.
that's really what
365
Giving
days.
Tuesday is about. We are
Yeah.
trying to tell someone we appreciate. Let's say we appreciate your gift of $1,000.
Sure.
It's so generous.
Sure.
But think perhaps if you could give us that $1,000 and think about $100 a month.
Per month.
What that would do
Yeah.
for a family. Gas in their car, heat. We don't
Yes.
think about this.
Yes.
Utility bills are extraordinarily expensive for some of our families. So a sustaining gift throughout the year
Yeah.
can really help support our families.
Plus, you guys don't take income here from these people that are going through this.
correct.
You guys are all full nonprofit. You have your, the people you're helping have them come through here and pick what they like as a freebie.
And
You're
all of
not-
our services
Yeah.
are free of
Yep,
charge.
yep,
to the
are free of
clients.
charge. So that's the thing. So that's
Absolutely.
huge. So.
And almost 80% of our funding
Yeah.
is through private donors and in private foundations that give to people specifically. And so we
Sure.
can't do it without someone opening their heart and frankly opening their wallet to help support a family.
Yep.
One of the things that I learned, I'll just say this really quick
Sure.
because we talked about paying utility bills. So I didn't know this until I started working here. If we have a family that comes to us that needs help, we're happy to help. But we also have to set a plan in motion because if you're behind this month on your utility bill,
Yeah.
you're going to be behind next month
Sure.
too.
Sure.
So we're
So it
happy
gets
to
cut
help,
off.
but the goal is for us is to get whoever it is that's going to be working in the family to put a plan together to help
Okay.
them get a job, to be able
That's what I was
to
gonna say to
afford
you.
to move forward on their own and to reach self-sufficiency.
So just
because-
curious, I'm gonna, that's huge right now. One hell of a problem we have as retailers right now is finding employment, right? Employees we cannot find as what we used to, even though job rate down for the loss of unemployment. But the problem is, listen, I'm gonna say it for what it is. Our old culture had that tight attitude, and there's still the ones that come from back there that preserve that. Those are the people that are the working force that had driven our community to be where it is today. Where can we find those people? Because we'd like to see lists to see, because at the end of the day, you know how many calls that we get for this industry, they need help, or if somebody needs help a little bit here, we don't know. So it's like, do we call this federation, that federation? How do we get those people employed is what I'm asking.
We'll start here. We have
Okay.
a huge group of people. What we're finding is that typically for us, when we serve refugees, immigrants, and those who need extra hands,
Sure.
right?
Yep.
So what we're finding though is that this journey has been so long.
Yes.
Many of our clients, honestly, have post-traumatic stress. And so what we need to do,
PTSD.
PTSD, absolutely, for a myriad of reasons. So
Sure.
what we need to do is get them in a space that they're feeling confident. They can learn a skill,
Yep.
as opposed to trying to put out fires all
Yeah.
the time. They're not able to learn.
Yep.
Now, once we've supported them, we have people who've been in our programs for
Sure.
long enough. Now they're ready for work.
So one of
We're
the
trying to
things,
support them to get a job.
Good. That's what
being
we're
a
here to
daughter
do.
of immigrants, it was a different time. Our parents chose to come here.
Correct.
And my grandparents chose to come
Good
here.
point.
My parents
Great
chose to
point.
come here. But a lot of the people that are coming here today
forced.
don't have a choice.
Yeah.
And then they come here and they're just lost because there's
Can I tell you something? I live
everybody's
in this
struggling.
country and I'm lost
Yeah.
at times. Let's
Yes.
be real. And then you come in like that.
So now
Not-
imagine though, if your relatives are kind of lost with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then there's nobody to really help guide you through school or
Yeah.
getting the
Yeah,
right
there's no
job.
prep. We used to
Right.
sponsor people to come here before, and we used to have a set
Yes.
plan,
Yes.
where they were going to work, where they were going to live, how many of them were coming, and
Yes.
now it's just a
Too much
huge
coming at a
influx.
time. Yeah,
And
you
in
got
our
a floodgate
community, a
happening.
lot of the people within our community now are becoming professionals. They're not
Yes.
running businesses like
No.
our grandparents
Right.
did or our
Right.
parents.
Labor-intensive
So there's that
businesses, it's
exactly.
different.
So it's a lot harder for the newcomers to come in and
Sure.
say, oh, you know what, my cousin has a store. I'm just going to work in their store. No, most of your cousins are lawyers,
Yeah.
attorneys, and doctors now.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, a
That's
lot
a
of
good-
lot of
great point.
changes, but that's what you guys are coming together. So you're evolving. That's the next 60 you're talking
right.
about.
That's right.
It's changed. You know what I'm saying? We ended up going through, like I said, a floodgate of Chaldeans coming in from back home. Along with, like you said, you help out other ethnicities.
Yes.
So it's up to this
Yes.
right here to help, leave something behind. So with today's day, let's talk about this alone. You serve that many people, right?
Yes.
You're finding employment and all. Where do these people now come find you guys to become part of those couple hundred members that they're now here to see you? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do they know? Because 200 really, if you think about small numbers, because we're
Well, 200 qualify for the food pantry.
right.
That's just the clients that qualify for food
Food,
pantry.
okay.
You might qualify for other services,
Okay.
but not food pantry. So
Got you.
Kelly would know better how many families we serve.
So a couple things. I mean, first of all, we have 10,000 people we serve
Okay.
annually.
Okay.
10,000 people.
Okay,
So
great.
in varying different ways, right? Some people need a little bit of help. We
Sure.
do lots of work with people gaining citizenship.
Range some of the
So,
stuff, just so people know. You know what I'm saying? Because
absolutely.
food is one
Yep,
thing, share
food-
house
yeah,
another.
Of course. What we call is basic needs, right?
Yeah.
Basic needs: food,
Yep.
shelter,
Yep.
small appliances, clothing, those kinds of things. Basic needs, and that happens through the share house.
Okay.
But what we do, we have case management, and what that means is everything from immigration support
Mm-hmm.
to job placement to citizenship. English is a second language. Frankly, literacy for us, financial literacy,
Yes.
cyber literacy,
Yes.
cyber security,
Yeah.
all the things that we have to navigate in our big bad world,
Mm-hmm.
right? All of those things are things that we have home right here at CALC. And so we're very, very fortunate that people find us,
Yep.
but they can come here. We have churches, we have different social groups, we have different social services groups, we have refugee resettlement agencies, all kinds of different groups come to us with their clients. We sit down, we find out what they need.
Mm-hmm.
So it's part of it is people want to know, well, what do you do, and then you do it for or to people. That's not how case management works here.
Mm-hmm.
What happens is you come in, you are a unique circumstance, right? You have a family or you don't. You have a skill set one way or another. And then what we do is we craft a care plan, we craft a services plan around you, what you're able to do, what you want to do, and all of your goals so that you're in it. This
So-
isn't about us doing this to you. It's
Yeah.
about us supporting you in your dreams.
So to what you were saying, when we used to prepare for them to get here back in the days, they're now taking it for the mass now,
Sure.
and you
Yeah,
guys
no,
are
that's
handling
awesome.
it, but on a larger scale.
And it's exactly what happened when Bishop Garmo said 60 years ago
Yep.
to the women, create a home for our people. Create a home for our people.
Sure.
And so now that's what we have to do. We have to create a home. And a home isn't just food and water and basics,
course.
right?
Hygiene, cleaning,
absolutely
day-to-day.
Yeah, but it's about making sure your kids get to school and they're
Yeah.
engaged, right?
Yeah.
And they're
Yes.
empowered, and they need to make sure that they have what they need as well.
One of the things that I learned is within our community, everybody is so concerned about bringing the families over here to have them safe. And then once they're here,
They're abandoned.
they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where CALC comes in. You're here now, you are safe, we're here to help you. We're going to help you move forward to better yourself.
That's great.
Would we be able to get somebody on camera that we've gotten here recently
course,
that can
yeah.
give us some of that?
Of course, absolutely. Be happy to do
Before
that.
we do that,
Okay.
let's talk about we're speaking to our viewers to give them an opportunity to donate. What could a larger corporation do to donate some big dollars?
Absolutely. A larger corporation can move our agency in ways that no one else can. A large donation allows us to recreate programs. So, for instance, English as a second language is a really important skill, right?
Sure.
What we're finding, though, is more than 60% of our clients have no literacy in their native lange.
This is something we never thought
so
about.
we learned that just in the last 3 or 4 months.
Well,
So
yeah,
that's a very
makes
different
sense.
scenario. So
Yeah.
with a
Sure.
large donation, what we're going to do is I have all kinds of conversations right now with English professors and linguistics folks back in
Sure.
academia, right?
Sure. Yep.
They're helping us, but we need some money to craft an education program that allows illiterate citizens to hang some English on that framework. Right now, there's nothing for me to start. It's not a second language. So English as a second language doesn't work.
Right.
So we're wondering why people still aren't picking it up. They're not picking it up because they don't have any literacy.
Right.
So a large donation from a corporation, that's just one example. There are dozens of those kinds of
How would they
programs.
go about doing that? How would a large corporation go about?
All they need to do, go to calconline.org, call me.
Yeah.
Call me directly. We will craft a program. What's great about CALC is we are open to whatever it is that interests you. So just like we craft a care plan for our clients, we craft donor plans for each of our donors and each of our corporations that come to us.
Beautiful.
So I see you have Bank of America on.
Absolutely.
That, so-
Bank of America was a hugely generous donor for us. They gave us money to support the work that we're doing today for Turkey Drive and for our share house. So they're a large donor that we support in all kinds of ways. They came actually just recently to give us that check, and they came a week later with hundreds of pounds of food for us as well. And so some of the food we'll be giving out today came directly from Bank of America employees and customers. Very grateful to them.
Thank you, Bank of America.
Yes, thank you, Bank of America.
It's a great thing you're doing.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay, so
Starting off here. Right now, we're going to take you through steps of what they do to get these people started over here so they can get their food and ready for Thanksgiving.
now this lady's so smart. She's got a cart right here. She has an entire bag full of rice, bulgur, soup. There's vermicelli in there. There is cake mix and frosting. She's got milk now, tomatoes. Here's a wonderfully frozen turkey for her as well. On her way out, she'll get a bag of potatoes, 2 bags of onions, and she'll be helped out to her car as well.
We have a few kids that can volunteer community service here, can't they?
We love that. We would love that.
Yeah, we know a few of you that are out there.
Fantastic. If you want to come and help your community, this is the place to do it. No question.
Yeah.
Absolutely. One of the things that we have, which is really nice, is a thank you, no thank you table. So some of our folks don't eat the food that we're giving away, right? And it's not that they're being picky, it's just that they don't want to waste the food, right? So we have a thank you, no thank you table. And essentially, it's kind of like, if you have it, give it to us. If you'd like it, it's on the table, feel free to take it. So some of our folks will go, we have this table right here. It's just sort of odds and ends, right?
Let's get
So,
one of our interviewees, the lady with this
fantastic.
interview.
Okay, terrific. Hi, come on through. Yeah.
هاي انتي نساعدكي وبنطلعين اوكي؟
والله شكرا. So she's right behind you. Tomatoes and milk.
So they're really getting them going and prepared. So this is like what you would say, like a full meal or two, really. You got turkey, you got tomatoes, you got onions, you got everything from milk. You even got some desserts if they wanted to here to help them out. So
Onions and potatoes as well. Let's
I'll give her a hand.
thank you.
Yep. خلينا نشيل هاي الشيء
الشباب يساعدوكي.
ما خاف عمو got it. You got it.
Yep, potatoes as well.
Thank you, Auntie.
Potatoes, thank you. Yes.
Wow, that's great.
Yes, yes. Okay, thank you.
And that whole thing about where they leave the extras for the next person that may need it, that's another great thing too. Yeah, if you want to just see. So some of our Arabic people who can read Arabic, which I unfortunately can't, wish I was able to, but that gives them the full understanding of what they're doing on their way out.
تختارين 2 بصل وواحد بوتيتو وبطلعين اوكي خاله؟ You will come.
Thanks to a very generous donor, we are going to have a wall with a large door that separates the food portion of our share house from the basic needs portion of our share house.
Okay.
So we're continuing to do that. We'll be repaving the outside. All kinds of things are going to happen that's going to be different.
Shout out the donor.
Absolutely, the DeVille Consortium. Thank you, Camille Jane. Thank you, David Beddow. We appreciate you. It's a wonderful time that we'll be able to really separate the two, keep food with food,
Cool.
basic needs with basic needs. So when we say basic needs, we mean everything from furniture to beds,
Yep.
to clothing, to sheets, to towels, anything that you might need if you land, if you might understand it that way.
Yeah.
The other thing
as
is,
soon as we touch down,
right, absolutely, and of course, we find that our families don't get on an airplane from Baghdad and arrive in Detroit. It doesn't happen anymore, right?
Yep. No.
So the journey for most of our families is a multi-year journey. So even if folks had prepared for it, even if they were ready, even
Yeah.
if they had a stockpile of cash, let's
Yep.
just say, by the time they get to us,
Yep.
it's been 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
So there's no way. I don't know about you, but I don't have that saved up.
No.
I can't spend that kind of cash. So when you come here, you need furniture. You have a family
Sure.
of 4, let's say. You need 4 beds. You need 4 mattresses, 4 sets of sheets. You need towels. You need clothes. You need everything. And that's really what we set out to do, is try and make that easier for our families. So through our community sharing their gently used items with us, we turn them around and share back to the community. So
this is your share house.
this is our share house, absolutely. And what's really great about the share house and what's new about it is everyone can get on our wish list. We have a curated list there, the things that our family use most. Everybody wants to know, well, what's really used? What can I can give you new, what would I like to do? If you go on the Amazon wish list, amazon.smile.com, you can find us under Chaldean American Ladies of Charity, and there's already a list there. Favorite items from our families, things that they need the absolute most. So go there, and if you click on our wish list and you order, it gets shipped directly to us.
Oh, perfect.
You don't have to worry about a thing. You can shop online, feel great about it.
Yeah.
It gets shipped to us and we use it right away. Okay, and there's all kinds of things here. You can fill our shelves if you want to take some video of that. There's a QR code. It's really easy to do.
This is what we were talking about. Pretty much, it's free.
It's free. That's exactly
you need the help,
right.
we give it for free.
You come in here, absolutely. If people need couches, clothes, you name it, Christmas.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing too. If you get here, some of these kids haven't had a Christmas in years.
Yep.
And so when you come here, we want to make sure that everybody has a Christmas.
That's great.
So pick up a tree, get a wreath, some garland, a little Santa Claus in everybody's life.
Yep.
I think it's a good thing. So that's what we can do for holidays as well.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So you can come all the way down here. We actually do have lots of clothes. We have work clothes, play clothes, and there's even dress clothes. So as Lisa would tell me too, you know what? We do a lot of communions, right?
Yep.
A lot of fancy parties.
Yep.
It doesn't necessarily mean where you've come from.
Just like
But
uses these.
you
You'd be
might
shocked.
need an evening gown, right? And you don't have $600, $700, $800, $900 burning a hole in your pocket. Come on over here. We can give those to you. Absolutely. Beautiful shoes, dresses. There's even some handbags over here.
Yeah, I
So-
saw it.
Yep.
One of the kids earlier on the line was asking if you guys had some toys, or if we can offer some toys.
Yeah.
Somebody went and grabbed him a little car from back here to give.
Absolutely,
to
of
him. So,
course. Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
little small-
Every kids
small
need
things.
need toys as well.
small things.
We have new and gently used toys. We don't accept plush because they come from used plush,
Yes,
I should say.
yes.
So, but if you want to give that, get on Amazon. They come shrink wrapped.
Yep.
We'll be happy to give them to a kid.
Cool.
Yep. So obviously we come here, new car seats. We just saw a family of 4.
Yep.
They'll need car seats. This will be one of them, obviously.
Cool.
So new car seats, toys, shoes. My goodness, do we have shoes.
And we have a lot of kids in the community that have outgrown this car seat, so
Yeah.
I'm sure we can pass them off to here.
You know, I'd love to do that. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to take used car
Yeah, you
seats.
can't
Oh,
take
really?
used
We
car
can't
seats.
use
Okay.
them. And
Okay.
so, but if you want to bring them here, we can destroy them properly. That's the
Gotcha.
other thing too. We can destroy them properly. The reason you can't do is because of the hot and cold, the plastic gets degraded and we don't know.
Okay.
You know, so we want to make sure everybody's safe. But the nice thing about it though is that we can get car seats at a reasonable rate.
Yeah.
Again with the gift cards, right?
Yeah.
How great is that?
Yeah,
We give them a gift
exactly.
card, they get a car seat, everybody's safe. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So here's our little shoe boutique.
Is this the Amazon?
Yeah, absolutely. It's so easy. Yes, so easy. Get on. It's smile.amazon.com.
And I think isn't it if you scan that code?
You can scan a QR code, but folks over here won't be able to scan it through the video.
Yes.
So if they get on here, and all you have to search is Chaldean American Ladies of Charity, and we pop right up.
We can probably put that link on the YouTube when we do it.
Yeah, of course. Very easy to do. Very, very easy to do. Yep. Yeah.
Very nice.
Right.
And that shows the entire wish list that we have.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So our entire wish list is there. We'll be adding to it and taking it off, but it has things that are unique to this community too, as I continue to learn. Lots of coffee cups, right? Because people have people over for coffee, right? Lots of coffee cups, right? Dishes, sets of 4 and 8, and glassware. There's towels, there's sheets, all kinds of things. Pots and pans, just some basics. People can do this if they'd like to do this, even their organization. So instead of, for instance, a white elephant, right? You're going to spend $25 on each other. We'd love to suggest people go here, spend $25 on Amazon, send it to Chaldean American Ladies of Charity, feel good about it, and then toast your colleagues and just know you've done a good thing for the community.
I mean, our viewers are on Amazon every single
course,
day.
yes.
People in our
Yes.
community are on Amazon every single day.
Yep.
Just
Yeah, pick it.
throw another $25 onto the $1,500
Yeah.
that you're spending that day, and send it in, or
Yes.
100 or 200, whatever it is. No, there's no minimum, there's no max, right?
Right. And it's
So whatever
easy.
you-
Again, it gets shipped directly to us.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So it doesn't cost you anything. It gets shipped directly to us.
That's amazing.
And these items are things that are just basic needs.
Yep.
Yeah. They're just
And there are
basic.
things that our case managers have to give away every day in what they do. So they gave us their most requested, most needed items, and we created that list from there.
That's beautiful.
Nice, nice.
Cool.
So of course, more shoes, lots and lots of shoes. We have lots of shoes, but it's great though because we do everything from evening wear, obviously. But the other thing too is that if you need a nice pump for a work outfit, that's the other thing too. We dress people for work here, and so an interview. And so you and I may not wear suits anymore to work. People do in interviews though. They absolutely do, right? So they have to put their best foot forward. This is the place to do that. All kinds of, and by the way, we are Chaldean American Ladies of Charity, but of course, we serve men all throughout the community. We have lots of nice, gently used men's clothes as well.
Yes.
Shoes here, that's the other thing too. You want to go to an interview, have nice looking shoes. Sometimes you can shine them up, sometimes you can't. So come on over, we'll get you a new pair of
And
shoes.
you can even use men volunteer too, right?
We can use men. Oh, are you
Yes,
kidding me?
yes.
We absolutely can use men volunteers.
Yes.
We have lots of corporate groups who want to do their charity work here as well.
Okay.
We love that. GM came in. They cut us a check for $500. Thank you, GM. And
Cool.
they came and brought their workforce here for a Give Back Day.
Yeah.
So it was wonderful.
The
So
nurses from, I think, the DMC. were here.
nurses from the DMC.
Yeah.
We have lots of groups that come and do that.
Yeah.
This is a great place to spend an afternoon. You want to feel good?
Yeah.
You guys were here.
Yeah, of course.
It makes
We
you
put you
feel
guys to work.
fantastic, right? We put these guys to work, right? So if you want to come and give back, this is a great place to do it. We have sorting. We have a sorting table we're going to take you to. We have sorting. We have giving things away. As you know, sometimes we get produce.
Sure.
Most of it's great, but we have to sort
Yeah.
through it.
Yep.
There's just work that needs to be done. We can use volunteers for sure.
Perfect.
Yep, great.
Perfect.
So again, lots and lots of furniture. And we take big items and small items. We don't need large items. So a lot of times we get people who say, I have a king size headboard. We can't take a king size headboard. Here's why. Most of our families are in refugee
Yep,
resettlement,
yep,
right? So
with
they're
the
in
small
small
units,
apartments,
yep.
right? They're in twin beds, queen beds, double beds. They don't have room for that. So
Good to know.
think about that
Yep.
as you call us. We may not be able to accept everything, but we certainly are willing to talk about it. And most things we can take.
What's the process to donate something? Say I get a truckload, or I
Right.
have a
Yeah.
pickup truck. I throw stuff in the back of the pickup truck. Just
Right.
drive up,
Yes.
knock on the door.
It's easy. The answer here is always yes.
Okay.
The answer is always yes,
You
right?
can drop it
So
off.
You
Okay.
can drop
and
it off.
during normal business hours, which would be like
And what
9
are
to
the
5.
business hours? 9 to 5,
9 to
okay.
5.
Monday
But
through Friday,
if you-
9 to 5.
If you do have furniture, we do pick up furniture. We pick them up on Mondays. We rent a truck.
That's right.
And we have drivers that'll come out and get the furniture. You have to bring it to the garage for our drivers to pick it up.
Okay.
You-
And we only do pickups on Mondays, so we schedule them. And I think we're out. I think
We're just
two
till
to 3
December,
weeks,
yeah. So call us. We schedule your pickup. We ask about what kind of furniture you have, so we can plan for it.
Yep, yep.
Yes.
And then we come out, we pick it up, and that's it.
Yep.
You
The
get a
only thing we
receipt.
ask is it has to be in the garage
That's
for
right.
us to pick it up.
The outreach here for this organization is huge.
Yes.
We had to go take a run one year through multiple parts of Ohio in a big
Yes.
24-footer and pick up from multiple churches
Oh, I
for
love it.
this organization.
That's wonderful.
Yep.
A while
Yeah.
back. Granted, it took us, it wasn't a fun ride because you're driving a big clunker,
truck.
but a truck, it was heavy, loud. but-
Ours is not good
Yeah,
on
but
the
then
truck.
when we got back here, you got to see, where it was
Yeah.
needed. So.
Absolutely, right,
Yeah.
right.
Great.
And you know, lots of churches do giving trees for us as well. We should say that.
That's where
why
all
you'll
of
see
most of this item-
13
these items
microwaves
come
and 14 coffee makers. But rest assured,
Yeah.
just like you saw those pounds of
Things
food
go.
go, it
Yeah.
goes fast.
Yeah. Yep.
So if you'd like to do that for your gift,
Yeah.
right, for your corporate gift or for gifts from family, you know, if you don't need more things,
Yep.
we need things.
'em away.
Absolutely. Yeah. Right.
Don't hoard them, just give them
Yeah,
out.
right. So as you can see, this is an active donor space.
Yep.
We have had so many donations. This is our sorting station over here. So what happens is we need to sort things, right? So sometimes everything in a bag isn't quite all ready to go. So we do have to sort through things. That's why what we say, our general rule of thumb, if you'd like to give us your gently used things, we would love to take them. But remember, it's only that you don't like to wear them anymore. It's not that they're unwearable, right? So what we say, our rule is it stays here if one of us or our family would wear it out of here.
Gotcha.
Right? If you wouldn't wear
Yeah,
it,
good mentality.
then we don't typically pass it on because of course this is also a dignity
Yeah,
scenario
absolutely.
for
Yeah, of course
our
it is.
clients as well. We want to make sure they feel good about what they're doing.
Good.
That's great.
Yeah. So volunteers come here. This is a big job. We need volunteers for this job. They come in, they sort by size, they hang up, they refresh, they pick through all those kinds
Some of the
things.
kids that need community service in these Catholic schools that they go
Yes.
to,
They
can come here.
they
Yes,
can come
sir.
here. Okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Call us anytime. And you can even get on the website, again, calconline.org,
Yep.
and you can contact us, and we'll be happy to schedule those volunteer hours.
Nice. Nice.
And of course, all of our nice holiday things, too. We'll take those as well.
Awesome.
This was very
Humbling.
enlightening, very humbling.
Humbling
very,
experience.
we appreciate you guys allowing us to come here and feed our souls a little
Oh,
bit.
well,
you know.
thank you so
Yeah, we
much.
appreciate the
Thank
help.
We did
and-
not expect you to stay.
Yes.
Thank you so much
Yes,
for
thank you
helping
for
us.
helping us.
Next
Glad
year,
we
Yes.
did.
next year we'll give
We
a
got
hand.
it.
We understood it. We'll send people.
Yeah, right?
Well,
Well,
we'll
just
have
know-
Well, we're not going to wait until next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
So
gonna
it's
give
the
it-
Yeah, I'm
second
saying
and the
if you
fourth
want-
Friday.
Yep. When you need it, I'm saying
Great.
we'll help
So
now that we know.
when I first started here, and I've been here a year, I think we had I would say, let's see, 50, 100 families, not even 100 families.
Yep.
And just within a year,
We've doubled that.
we've pretty much doubled.
But again, 100 families that you helped, and now you've doubled it, and
Yes.
but you service.
Oh, thousands.
1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're saying
because-
just the food pantry.
No, just all you
Yeah.
got to say is for every family, if you average it at 3, if it's 100, that's every 3,000.
No, these are families, so that's separate
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
entire
Yeah.
10,000.
I was saying 10,000.
Yeah, these are just for the food pantry that we
Yeah,
experienced
right.
today.
Well, and
Yes.
recognize today, 130 families came while you
Yeah.
were here.
Yeah.
So
So-
multiply that times 3.
Yeah.
It's 1,000
Yeah, that's
people
it.
today that you've touched their lives.
Yeah.
So thank you for
One
that.
of the
Yep.
things
Great.
too, and this special needs children always touch my heart because I have a son with special needs, and I've learned so much just working with the families that I work with that have
Sure.
children with special needs. We run
Yes.
programs for them. I
big.
know that we did a lot for my son to help him to get to where
Sure.
he's at today,
Sure.
and I'm always grateful for
Sure.
it. But I see a lot of these families that have kids with special
Struggles.
needs.
Yep.
And these families are just trying to figure out how to live here,
Sure.
let alone to have to deal with a child that has
Yes.
special needs, and which is not easy. And I know
Nope,
because
that won't-
I've lived through it.
And one,
So
I understand. I can
and,
be
and
with
I
you on
see
that
these
one.
parents, and then they'll meet my son.
Yes.
And they're like, "What's wrong with your son? He looks great. Like, there's nothing wrong with
Yep.
him." And a part of me is like, if you only knew he was just like your son.
Yes.
But we were able to help
work
him.
with it.
And my heart breaks for these families because there is so much better out there for
Yep,
them,
that they
but
don't
there's
know.
too much thrown on their plate at one time
Sure.
to
Yeah.
to figure it out.
Sure.
You
You
know?
guys are the resource having it. Trust
That's
me.
right,
Our
yeah.
family
Yes.
understands about what you're talking about. My
Yeah.
mom, we're first generation. We went through it. And my mom had a hell of a time with our first, you know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
we get it. We get it. So I have a question. Well, I want to start with you first on this one, and then we'll let you ask Lisa. But
Oh no.
we usually ask what it means for you to be Chaldean in our community. Well, you've inherited Chaldeans in the community to be part of your community now. What does it mean to you to work with the Chaldean community and what you have seen so far?
I have just been so blessed in my career to work with wonderful people, but I can tell you I have never felt as welcomed and as incorporated and as embraced as I have in this Chaldean community. I will tell you, I am moved every day by the generosity of the Chaldean people. They are an extraordinary people, and they never ever forget the struggle, and they always know what they understand is their success is theirs to pay forward. So they're giving back and they're paying forward. It's a beautiful community. I'm so grateful that I had an opportunity just to be a small piece of what you do every day.
We appreciate having you on board
Yeah,
with us.
great.
So
She's
Lisa?
been a great asset.
Well, we're not so far removed from the struggle. We're,
Yes.
we're like in it, and we just not even a generation out of it. So
Yes.
thank you very much for everything that you do for the community. It's awesome. So what does it mean to you to be Chaldean? And it was nice meeting your parents today.
Oh, yeah, they were
you're
here
not-
helping.
You're not only volunteer your time, you volunteer your parents' time. That's awesome.
I'm lucky that they're like, we'll come every Friday. We don't mind, you know.
that's awesome.
For me, being Chaldean is just, it's all about family.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we're one big support system, all of us together. I was born here, and I grew up in Detroit, where I think the whole neighborhood was related to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
Chaldean town.
somehow from my dad's village.
Yep.
You know.
Antu, khaltu,
Yeah.
ammu,
Yes.
We're
khalid.
Chaldean
And
town here. That's
so
what we were.
when you grow up that way, you have a sense of community and a sense of family. And I'm so proud to be a part of that same community almost 50 years later.
Yeah.
You know, and it just, it says something about our community that when we've moved so many years later and we're still so connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So to me, it's about family, community, and support.
Beautiful. Any shout out to anybody you want to give before we take off? Anybody you gave a few during the interview, but any of your coworkers, staff, anybody?
Oh, of course.
Give a
all
whole
of our
bunch?
staff, absolutely, every single one. There are 10 beautiful people here who work. This is hard work, but it's heart work. And the people here are never paid what they're worth. They're just not. I would give them $1 million every day to do what they do, but we can't do that. And so every single one of the people here who we would call staff are family to us, and we can't do what we do. I see Claire Conja back there. We would be remiss if we did not mention Claire Conja, or Jane Shalal for that matter.
Yes.
Claire Conja and Jane Shalal and all of the women whose have been passed. This beautiful charity has been passed down to them. They don't feel obligated; they feel called. And for them, this is a work of love and of family. So both of those ladies we're grateful for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you,
for-
guys. Thanks.
Thanks
Thank you.
for the time.
No,
Happy
thank you for
Thanksgiving
coming
to
out
you.
here
Happy
today
Thanksgiving.
too.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes,
Yeah.
happy
Great work.
Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Remember, CALC,
Yeah.
beyond the holidays.
Yeah.
See y'all.
Thank you.